I often start my day with the New York Times. And then I go into a rage at their slanted coverage, at the bias that they present as objectivity. So then I look at other media, and there's so much shallow coverage, endless reporting on a pilot who freaked out, for example, or car chase videos and other dramatic crime stories. But what does that have to do with most people's lives? Not much. Crime's down in America. Planes almost never crash, and flying is safer than driving. We have real problems. Medicare and Social Security are unsustainable. Regulation kills job growth. Government schools are lousy. That stuff matters. But it's less exciting, so it gets less coverage. Still, I shouldn't complain too much, because today's media is much better than it used to be. When I started in broadcasting, there were 3 major channels. So when Walter Cronkite ended his newscast saying, "That's the way it is," we pretty much had to take his word for it. Now we have so much choice and a wider range of voices, liberal and conservative, and a few libertarian. Also, people don't have to rely on gatekeepers. We can hear it firsthand when President Obama says this to a Russian leader.
My last election, yeah. And after my election, I have more flexibility.
And there's much more debate about serious stuff.
You still went out in July and said everything was great, and off that, a lot of people bought stock and lost everything they had.
Oh, no.
And yes, yes.
I said it wasn't
yes.
a good investment. Please
don't give me
yelling.
any of that. We just heard the words.
You may not like the yelling, but it's good that there's more of that, because the truth often emerges from confrontation. It's also good that comedians give their spin.
How did libertarian Ron Paul become the 13th floor in a hotel?
It's good to hear all these opinions. And finally, I love it that there are now enough channels so that I can say what I want to say. For 28 years at ABC News, lawyers and producers combed through my scripts, demanding I take this out or tone that down. Most of them were unfamiliar with free markets or hostile to them. Usually I could persuade them to let me say most of what I wanted to say, as long as I softened this or that. But too many stories I thought were important were just not aired. Your libertarian ideas are tiresome, Stossel. We don't want to air that. But at Fox, they just let me speak. Many at Fox disagree with some of my ideas, but the big difference here is that difference is respected. They believe these different ideas deserve to be heard. If I get into a political argument, like my fights with Sean Hannity or Bill O'Reilly about, say, drug legalization, the people arguing with me understand that they have a political position, too. At CBS and ABC, people acted as if the only person in the building with political views was me. Of course, the truth is everyone has biases. I wish more reporters were honest about that. And at least today in the media, we have choices: chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla. Some of it's garbage, but having that choice is great. That's our show. Thanks for watching.